back on the Mastiff channel. This week we will be pimping some filled tailor darts. Also, I'm going to show you a couple of items that people have asked me, what are they? So I'll show you them. Also this week, people don't like to address two things in darts. One is the grip and the other one is the release. So the grip is a sort of taboo subject for a lot of people because they won't go near it, because there's endless ways of sort of describing grip and how it works, and it's very hard. It's a very hard thing to tell somebody how hard or how soft to grip a dart. But we'll address that this week, and I'll show you a way that's a sort of foolproof. In my opinion, it's worked no end of times for me with coaching people, and it's worked for them, and it's so easy. So I'm going to show you it, and then you can try it for yourself. It takes minutes, absolute 2 minutes to just try it yourself, but we'll show you that, and we'll keep an update on Sharon and see how she's getting on, because we might even try the grip thing with Sharon and see how it works for her. Right, first of all, the first thing I'm going to show you, well, I'll show you the pimp darts, Let's see them. So these are Phil Taylor Generation 7, and these have got, sorry there, these have got diamond Swiss points in, 36mm diamond Swiss points, and the new Mission Vortex 90 flight system, which, as you can see, I've showed you them before, but as you can see, they're very much like K-Flex, except that they actually flex. So actually are very, very nice, but these are Gen 7 tailors, and I don't think many people would pimp a tailor dart, but I just thought it'd be a good idea to do one. But yeah, very nice dart, very nice, fly nice, balance nice, everything is good about these darts. And that flight system, for the price you pay, is actually, in my book, a very, very good system. Right. Now, you've probably seen these before, but I picked one up this week, so I'm quite impressed by it. This is one I bought for my own personal use because I use an all-in-one flight system, but this is the K case for keeping your K-Flex in, but I haven't got K-Flex in it. I've got my Q-Sols. As you all know, I love my Q-Sols. So the whole setup drops in there really nice. Takes one set. Lid clicks on and then clips onto your case. So if you're using a Target BOA case like mine, by the time you've got your 2 sets of darts in there, you can't fit another set. So this is ideal for that. So to be honest with you, this is actually a really good little case. It's a wee bit like the Robson and L style cases that they use for those particular flight systems, but this is quite, for a whole set, that's quite a slim little case. They retail for about 20 bucks, 25 bucks Australian, so not bad value for Target, you know. Now, this is the thing that I said last week I was going to show you. Everybody keeps saying, what is that, what is that, what is that? This is actually a great idea, and not a lot of people really know about them. So this actually comes with a sticky pad setup, which I've not put on there obviously, that actually sticks to the wall. And this part here is the same size as that section of a dartboard. And the bullseye is the same difference height-wise from there to there as it is on there to there. So basically, this is for people that a lot of the, I don't know if you know anything about Western Australia, but it's got a big mining community. And the guys go up on site for 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks, and they live in dongers. And for the UK viewers and people in Europe, I don't know what a donger is. A donger is, it's not a rude word. A donger is like a little cabin that they live in. Now, these are ideal. Look, it's very, very light. Very light. You can measure to the bull, same as you would with a dartboard, and you can actually stick that on the wall. So if you stick it on the wall, that's you got something to practice at least your doubles, your 20s, and your trebles on, and your bullseyes. Now, if you wanted to practice anywhere else, you could turn it that way, that way. There is actually a full board that comes, and it's soft, squeezable material, like sponge in the middle, rubber, and it's really, really light. So, and it don't make a noise. So even if you were camping, if you had a caravan, and you wanted to still practice a bit, just on your scoring practice, this would actually work. And another good bit of it, this whole part here is just light, real lightweight, like a velvety texture. But if you wanted somewhere to store your darts while this is up the wall, you can pop that out. And that's actually bristle. That's actually got sisal in it, like a dartboard. So you can actually stick your darts in there, and that's you get a little dart stand as well. They retail roughly for around about, well, they're under $50, put it that way. I think they're about $35. Don't quote me on that, $35, $40, round about that mark. Great idea. Really, really good idea. For 180 darts, it's called a happy dart. So yeah, that's something that if you regularly going camping, or living in a caravan, you could set up and just use, save you carrying a dartboard around. Right, so now you've seen them little bits, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Grip, right? I see a million times, I've seen videos. The best one I've seen is Paul Nicholson. This is for a long time ago when he used to do coaching on YouTube. And I actually looked at one of his videos, and he said, his way of explaining it was, grip your dart like you would grip a feather. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really grip feathers. I don't know why I would be gripping a feather. I don't know how I would grip a feather. I don't know what I was supposed to be doing with a feather in my hand. Am I going to throw it? Am I going to stick it in my ear? What am I going to do with it? So that is not, that just doesn't explain anything. And if you ask a lot of other people, they'll say, well, and they'll go into a long-winded affair about this is what you have to do and this is what. This is just a quick way of getting yourself to sort of know where your grip should be at, and it's very easy. So, Sharon, if you come round to the board, and I'll show you as well on my hand, but so what you need for this is a straw, a plastic straw. So this is really, really, really great. It's honestly, it works every time. Now, Sharon, how hard do you grip your dart? You don't know. Yeah. Right? If somebody asks, Manny, how hard do you grip your dart?
Not hard. Pretty soft.
But you don't know how hard you grip your dart.
No, actually, I don't know.
But this is going to show you how hard you grip your dart, okay? So we'll do it with you first, Sharon. If you take that straw and hold it like you would hold your dart, okay? Now, if you can get in on that close up, Manny, turn round that way. Right, so the straw's actually moving, but I'm actually having to force to pull it quite hard, right? Now, if you grip that harder, Sharon, you've crushed the straw now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, so you've crushed the straw, that's too hard. Now, grip it really light. Right, got it? Got a bit of grip in it? Look. So what's going to happen there is when you go to throw your dart, if you're gripping it this light, your dart's going to slide in your hand. So it's actually going to release before you want it to. But if you grip it too tight, like you're crushing the straw, you're not going to let it go enough. You're going to let it go very late, and you're going to get low darts. They're going to drop down the board. So no good. So if you can get this straw to just where I'm having to tug it quite hard to move it, that's about the right grip, if you ask me. And that works for most people that come to see me to get for coaching. That works for them. Now, the other part of grip is people say, well, how do I know? How do I know where to grip the dart? How do I know what to do with my dart? I'll have my straw back, thanks.
You're welcome.
You know, you can't get the plastic straws now, so they're worth their weight in gold, okay? They are available here for sale. They cost $10 each, and I've got loads of them. Because I was clever, I thought ahead. Right, now, the best way, people say, oh, grip like a pen, right? Grip like a pen. I don't throw pens, so that's no the way I grip a dart. Best way, right? Quick way. Put your dart down here, pick it up naturally, and your hand will go to a grip. That gives you a starter for 10. That gives you a starting grip. If that feels comfortable, because if you put it down and pick it up, you'll pick it up the most comfortable way for you to pick that dart up. So that should be the most comfortable way for you to hold that dart. But that might not work for everybody, because you still have to see if your grip is a mid grip, a front grip, or a rear grip. But that's your own preference, that you have to practice at that. During your practice games at home, that's when you have to grip at the back, grip in the middle, grip at the front. But basically it's the same grip. As least amount of fingers as possible, because the more fingers you have on it, like I explained to Sharon when she first started, it's when you go to release the dart, there's more work to take more fingers off the dart. And something for you to try at home, you can take the dart out your hand and just close your hand like this, then release that finger, that finger, that finger, and that finger, and you'll see how hard it is compared to these two, how hard it is to release those two fingers. They're really stiff in there, and it's much harder. So the least amount of fingers on there is the best way. And I don't care what anybody says. I know you've got guys that, like Mike the Decker, that use bloody foot long darts, so you need your whole hand on them to balance them. Some guys have got a whole go like this, but again, they've perfected that over the years. It's easier, especially when you're just started, to actually just have this least amount of fingers on. I find this point helps a lot of people as well, which is the target RST point. Don't worry about the length there. I just like 42mm points, but I never used to, but I do now. But because they've got a finger rest in them, it actually lets your finger just slot in there really nice. And then your other two, your thumb and your other finger, they're just for pushing through. So yeah, that actually to me is a really good target again. Right? You might be deer target, but these are good. So there you go. So that's a bit about grip. Release, I've touched on it there as well. I'll do that in a later video. But that is a quick and fairly easy way just to get your grip kind of where it should be, or roughly where it should be, just using a straw. Okay? No laptops, no programs. I've not got a robot in here that's going to answer all my questions. I have a straw, and it works, believe me. Right, Sharon, now, you've been practising again this week.
Yeah.
Now you know a wee bit about grip. What do you think? Do you think you've got better?
This week,
Yeah.
I think I'm about the same.
Bit the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do a couple of throws with you. I did
You did change my feet.
change, and we'll show you about this as well, stance. Right, so you show me how you were standing when I caught you. When I caught you doing it. Right, so if you look at Sharon there, her foot at the front, nice. It's nice and balanced, nice and solid. Look at her back leg, bent. It's bent. It's as crooked as a dog's leg, look. So what happens there, if I go up to the hockey and I'm like this and I've got my heel off the deck and this is a real nice stand for me, it's a real nice position on the hockey for me, then I go and I bend this leg. First of all, it puts all the pressure on this leg really badly. And second, watch my hand, right? Now, I'll keep that straight and I'll just bend my leg. You see my hand going down? My hand, I go up, I bend my leg. Straight, bent. So what happens is when you bend your leg, your whole body goes down. So you're thrown uphill and it's not as if Sharon's really tall anyway. So for her to be doing that, and then it gives you no balance whatsoever. And look how far it is over here as well. To me, she'll be throwing all over 9s, 12s and 5s. So the best way to sort that is a front leg's fine. Put your back leg in line with the front leg. Keep it flat on the floor. Get nice and comfy. You feel comfy now? Then raise your heel off the floor. It doesn't matter if it's 5mm or 50mm, whatever's comfortable, just raise your heel off the floor. That'll give you a much better balanced stance. Because that other way is like, I'm tempted to use a word I shouldn't use on YouTube, but I'm not going to say it. But there you go, that's a thing that you have to watch your back leg as well. Back leg's very important in darts. Your back leg is, people say, oh, it's all about the front leg. We've got two legs. If you're doing that, that's the front leg knackered anyway. So the back leg is important. It's not just for balance. There's various things like I've showed you before. I hold my hand here, I move my back leg that way, that moves that way, I move it that way, it moves that way. So you can use your back leg for aiming the dart as well. So, yeah. So let's go, Sharon, and see what you can do. Ah, hey, what did I just say?
What?
You bending the leg again?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Manny's got it on video. The camera doesn't lie.
No, I didn't feel
You
it.
did. I'll get a stick and I'll tape it to your leg.
I can't do it now. There we go. Just in the wrong section.
Right, one more throw and get that leg sorted. Right, so that's the old standard 1s and 5s, what everybody does, right? So you're still no away from that yet, but you're getting there because what you're hitting 1s and 5s before you were hitting 12s and 18s and that, so
Yeah.
we're getting there, okay? But it's not helped your cause because I didn't know you were doing that. I caught you after a week when you were practicing the bent leg thing, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So you don't, I've never seen any supermodels, Manny, do you, or any models walking up the catwalk and going like that with their back leg?
But I'm not a supermodel.
Neither am I, but I'd still look even worse than I look now if I stood there with my leg like that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody on the TV either going up and going.
I'll find
I don't
one.
think so. Yeah,
I'll
you find
find
one
one.
then. Yeah, you better go to the Paralympics or the Disabled Darts League. That's the only time you're going to find that. Right, so we'll get you back next week. Yeah, give me that because you'll lose it.
Alright.
Right, we'll get you back next week, right, and see how you're going. And by that time, that leg better be sorted. And I want a few 20s being getting hit. Okay.
Try my best.
All right.
See you later,
Thank
guys.
you. See you later.
Right, so that's the grip addressed phase a wee bit, right? So that's something that you can actually use. You can use that if you can find the straws. It works the same with a paper straw, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I've never had a paper straw. I know I look like I go to McDonald's, but I don't. So to be honest with you, that is a really good way for the picking of the dart up to give you some sort of grip to start with, and also with the straw, just see how light or how hard, because this grip it like you grip a feather, carry on. That's, to me, that's just, where is that going? Grip it. Yeah, I'll just go and get myself a feather, and I can go and I've got a parrot out there. I can go and take one of his feathers, I'll just pluck it off his tail, but I don't know what to do with it once I've got it. So yeah, just use that straw method, it works. So that'll do us for this week. If there is anything else that you want us to address, put it in the comments. And also follow us on Facebook, because there might be another competition coming up. So if you go onto Facebook and follow us, you'll keep up to date with that as well. Now, you know, we would love you to like, love you to subscribe, love you to hit the notification button, because it helps us to help you. Now, if you don't want to do that, you know what happens. They're coming round. Okay? So you don't want them coming to see you. So follow us through to the next one, and we'll catch you next time on the channel. Cheers, guys.